gonna take me 10 years. Yeah, what's the dude with the fro? Where he has like, he's like painting, he's just like, yeah. That guy. It's like people put their Wii U gamepads up. And just,
but I will say I've used I'm a big Netflix user.
Yeah. How's that?
Amazon Video, really very fluid and smooth. I prefer it. I have it on Xbox and I've used it on this. I prefer it here.
Really over the Xbox.
I prefer it here because what's so cool, and it kind of goes along with one of the coolest things about Wii U is that you can use this. You don't have to have the TV.
Yeah.
You can, you can watch the movie on your gamepad, or you can watch it on the TV and use it as like, you have the bar here. You can pause it on your gamepad and move it fast forward and stuff.
So technically, what you're saying is, without the TV off right there, we can watch Netflix.
We can watch Netflix right now. We go watch a movie, whatever, on Netflix through this gamepad, and then we can turn the TV on, and when you hit the button that transmits it to the TV, seamless. There's no delay. It goes to the TV and back.
Now I got a question.
Seamless.
Can you
There's
do
no
it on
delay.
both? Both the gamepad and the TV?
Not Netflix.
You can't do both.
You can't do both.
So it has to be on the TV or the gamepad.
Either has to be one or the other. Games is different.
Games is different. Yeah, games it's like Mario. You can see on both. I mean, that's another cool system feature about the Wii U is that you don't need the TV. That's I think it's one of the coolest things. Is that I remember one time. I think when we were playing when Aki was here, I was helping you guys from the living room with the blocks.
Yeah, you were.
So
you killed me, but that's another. You made me die, but that's another.
I did make you die. I did make you die a couple of times, but
if you want to talk about probably the coolest thing about Wii U is what you said. It absolutely the fact that you can play with the TV off is really the best.
Cool. I mean, like I'm telling you, Nintendo, they're going to make. I think they're going to make millions of people like. They have their Wii U's right by their bed, and they're just like, oh, let me see what's on the shop.
Oh, yeah.
Let me buy something real quick.
Or, let me turn on the TV with my universal remote.
Yeah. Or I know people are like, look, I know people are lazy like me.
Yeah.
They don't want to turn on. They don't want to have to turn on the TV sometimes. Dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're laying in
bed. Yeah, you don't want to turn on the TV. You don't want to switch the input. Just turn on your Wii U pad, buy a game, maybe play that game right from there.
Or if someone wants to watch TV, okay, go ahead.
Well,
or hopefully they can play with
this
it.
Game
but I don't know.
thing here,
that might not happen.
My question, you guys, is like, say we're playing ZombiU and the TV's off and ZombiU's on the gamepad.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like
only
that.
Only some
games. If the game uses like the asymmetric multiplayer where you need to have both screens, then you can't do that. Now if the game's like more like
Mario,
Batman,
games that were on the 360, all the games that were on the 360 that were ports can all.
Pretty sure Mass Effect too.
Every single port can do it. Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, every single port can do it.
Okay, yeah, because that was gonna be my question. If the game screen is on there, where's your map at? Is it?
Right.
It then essentially becomes the Xbox 360 version. When you put it on there, it essentially becomes. Or I mean, you can play it on there. You can turn this thing. You can turn this display off.
Yeah.
You can completely turn it off and then just play it regularly like a regular controller, or you can just pick up a Pro controller. And I think that was one of the biggest things about my system review on the Wii U is that it's a versatile system.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, you can do so many different things.
It's extremely versatile, and I think people are cutting it short because of that. They're not realizing how cool it is. Play the game on the gamepad. Okay, fine. You don't like the gamepad? Get a controller. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to play on the TV? Fine. You want to play it on there? There's so much stuff that you can do with it. It's really versatile. And there's so much stuff.
The way I see it is people that say that are cutting it at the knees is play ZombiU. Playing these games where this gamepad is actually utilized, versus playing a game where it's all on one screen and you have to pause. And
I think this is a great transition into which I want to talk about next, which we're going into our last feature, is just the games. Because that's the most important thing.
Okay.
Our experiences with games, what we see in the future, what we're going to do with that. We can start out. You talked about ZombiU. We can talk about that. I've been playing it. The game's been taking a little bit of a beating from the media, and actually, I want to talk about this a little bit more because it's a European game. The people who made this game, Ubisoft, the French.
Ubisoft, yeah. Eurogamer,
VG247, all the European sites are loving the game.
Yeah.
I don't think Ubisoft, the Monopeller or whatever, they don't have enough money to put in these guys' pockets. Obviously they don't. So I don't think it's because they give them money or anything like that. Europeans are loving this game. American media hating this.
Tearing it up.
Not all American media, but a lot of mainstream American media.
Yeah.
But we all know kind of like the mainstream gamer likes the Call of Duty type game, the easy type game.
Right.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Easy, unless if you're playing with me, it's easy. if you're playing.
No, I'm saying they like the fast pace. They don't like not having ammo. They don't like
survival
strategy.
Yeah.
They don't like that type of stuff. And ZombiU, it's a very meticulous, meticulous game. You need to plan things out. You need to strategize.
Yeah, you can't just go running in and.
Yeah, VG 24/7 even went as far as to call it a strategy first-person shooter, because you really need to, like, when you see zombies out there, like, you're like, okay, well, there's a barrel there. Maybe I should hit that one with that one, or maybe I should throw a flare there and then blow them all up, because you can't just kill them in one shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're zombies.
They're zombies. You can't just kill them in one shot. You can get like the critical headshots, but you can't just kill them in one shot. So you have to be really meticulous in how you plan out your strategy, how to kill these zombies. Because once they bite you, you're dead. And a lot of guys are like, oh, well, I don't have more ammo, so and the melee combat's not good. So I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's part of why.
Well, that's like people saying, oh, I don't like Dark Souls because it's hard.
That's exactly what they're saying.
To me, if you don't like a game because it's hard, you're a sissy. You're a weenie. You're not hardcore. Okay.
Here's the thing. They don't say that. They don't say that. But when they describe things like, "Oh, there's not enough ammo," that's essentially saying that you don't like it because it's hard. Yeah,
you're a weenie.
You're a wuss.
I know a lot of guys, a lot of my friends that when they picked up Dark Souls and they died, oh, I can't stand this.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. This is too hard. Me, it's like, you know what? You die once.
Yeah.
What do you do? When we play ZombiU, we are going to play ZombiU, by the way.
We are.
Okay? When we play it, I'm not going to say I'm going to go some perfect run where I'm not going to get killed.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to die a few times. Maybe more than you, maybe less than you. But you know what? I'm not going to judge the game based on the difficulty.
Well,
because
that's the problem I have with reviewers. It's like, if you don't like the game, fine. But don't sit here and say the game's not good because there's no ammo. Like, don't sit here and say that this isn't because you aren't very good and you want to use up your bullets. Other people like survival. They like scavenging for ammo.
That's like people saying like people saying Castlevania is a bad game because it's hard. Like I said,
I heard
based on.
Well, what have you heard?
Well, I've heard one of the things is that the animation isn't so fluid. Like, you're always using the same weapon. The cricket bat. It's the same emotion. Maybe they could have added like a left swipe or a left. Maybe make a little.
I will agree with that. I will agree with that critique. That they should have added another animation. The way that they added it. Here's the thing. In first-person combat games, there's always somewhat of a disconnect of like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what they did to kind of combat that is that you can arc up and then you hold it for a little bit. So then that gives you time to actually be able to move forward or to move back if you need to. It doesn't just go so you're like, how many times in Skyrim have you where you swing and you miss in Skyrim because you're not exactly sure where the distance is between you and
melee.
Yeah, you kind of swing and miss because first-person combat it's a little weird. To get the distance, so they make it to where you could. But they should have added extra animations, different type of swipes.
Right.
Here and there, they should have definitely. I agree with you. They definitely. They only have two. They have the where you and then bam, you bash, and then they have once the zombie's down, you hold down the Z and they go, and then you just like bash the zombie's head in really quick.
Right.
So there's only two, and there should have been more melee weapons.
Yeah. What is there only the cricket bat?
The cricket bat.
You can't see. You got to be able to get a golf club.
Yeah, I agree.
A spiked bat.
A 2x4 or something.
I've thought about it, and I think the next ZombiU is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Because they're going to kind of get all the
feedback.
All the feedback.
I still think it's worth getting. Maybe if not at $59.99, waiting till it goes down in price. Right. Maybe next year picking it up for like $29 or.
Oh yeah.
It's a game worth playing just because it's so innovative and it's so unique.
It's a good game. The main complaints that I've got is the lack of ammo. That's the main.
That's not a complaint. That's the genre. It's survival.
Yeah, to me. That's when people say, "Oh, I hate that game. That game sucks because they don't give me no ammo." It's like
I love games with no
ammo. I respond to them with, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this isn't Halo on easy where you're just mowing down everyone. Get over it.
Yeah.
Right. It's a different.
I haven't encountered a lot of like. Even when there's a lot of zombies on screen, I haven't really encountered any frame rate issues. The game is in 30 frames a second. The game is upscaled to 1080p. I don't think it might be native. I'm not sure because there's a lot of sites reported that it's 1080p. A lot of sites reporting. Actually, I haven't heard any sites say that it's not 1080p. But there's been no confirmation from Ubisoft. The game looks good either way. It's not. Doesn't look bad.
Just play the damn game.
Just play the game. So we're moving on from ZombiU. We're going to go on to the next game, New Super Mario Bros. U, which you've played. And
that's all I've been playing.
And we both smile as soon as we say because New Super Mario Bros. U, it's an amazing game. Yeah, I think some of the cool things about New Super Mario Bros. Is just the amount of ways you can play the game with friends.
Yeah.
It's so cool. You know?
Yeah, there were 4 of us here the other day, or 5.
Yeah.
4 of us, and we were playing with the Wiimotes.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yep, a lot of fun.
The boost mode is really cool.
The boost mode with one character or one person using the gamepad screen to set blocks and all that, and then the next other characters, jumping on them, collecting coins, playing coin battle, coin rush. We played all sorts of modes. New Super Mario Bros. U, it's an essential must. So for all you European users out there, pick up Super Mario Bros.
Pick up Mario. Pick up Mario. I think Mario's a must-have.
It's a must-have.
You cannot own a Nintendo console and not have Mario.
Yeah,
it is smooth. And you can play
60 frames a second. 60
smooth as butter, and you can play with the TV off if you want to test out those capabilities.
If there's if there's a game that I would say that play with the TV off, Mario would be it. Like right before bed, knock out some levels.
Yeah.
Knock out a few levels, collect some star coins. Sure. It's the essential piece. I mean,
it's really.
Next game we're going to move on to. Have you played Nintendo Land?
I haven't played Nintendo. It's still in the packaging.
I
haven't played Mario and Batman.
We need to play some Nintendo Land. I'll tell you something about Nintendo Land.
We'll have to play after.
Nintendo Land is one of the best games.
Best party games or best game?
Not. As far as a game, though, there's not enough. I'm not gonna say it's the best game, one of the best games, but one of the best party games that I've played, and there is plenty of depth for it to any one of those games. Not everyone, but some of those games to be their own game. Now, the Metroid game in there. Me and my brother, think about how much value that Nintendo Land has. Me and my brother played the Metroid game in there. If you have the gamepad, you're in Samus's ship. You're controlling the ship and you're shooting. If you're on using the Wii remote and the nunchuck, you're basically Samus.
You're on the ground.
You're on the ground and you're like a foot soldier. Now you can play anyway. You can use all people Samus, people in the air, one person in the airship. You can play whatever way you want. We played that for 11 hours, and still weren't done with all the content in there. Getting all the master times.
Is it a co-op or
it's a co-op? It's
a survival.
It's both. You can play both. You can play competitively.
Yeah, I saw people playing against each other.
Yeah, you can play it both, and it is probably the best game on Nintendo Land. It is the best game on there. We played it so much. You have boss battles in there. You fight
really?
Yeah, you fight Ridley. Ridley's flying through the air. Like you have to fight her. You have to get there's challenges in there.
Yeah.
For, master times. It's phenomenal. I really love Nintendo Land. And then there's also another game.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong's Crash Course.
Yeah.
It looks like crap, but it is so hard. For the hardcore gamers, Dom, you are going to just be like, me and my brother were playing this game for 11 hours. We played this game for 11 hours. It was just you have to make your little Donkey Kong cart or whatever through this course. And it's like an obstacle course, basically. And it uses the Wii U's tilt controls.
Oh, cool.
And it's one of those games where you have to see to believe it. People who have played Donkey Kong's Crash Course,
we give you props. Huh?
Get you props. If you can make it past stage 10, which I made it past stage 10, if you can make it past stage 10, let the level flip around and go to the blue level, then make it past that one, you are good at the game. Because it took us forever to do that. So, what are your thoughts so far as what you've seen from Nintendo Land? I absolutely love it. There are some duds in there, but it's a quality game for a pack-in. It's definitely a good game.
All the reviewers have given really good.
Yeah.
Really, have spoken really highly of it.
It's a great game.
I really want to check it out.
It's a game played. I think 2 people you can play it. Like Metro, you can play it. But some games you need more than 2 people. Some games you need the 3 or 4 people to play. And then there's no online play.
Could I just pick? Is it a game that I could, by myself, single player?
Yes. There are it actually has the most single player attractions. There's more games that are single player games than multiplayer games. You can play Metroid by yourself if you want to. Just be a foot soldier and play as, and you can get a Metroid type experience on there. You can play Donkey Kong's Crash Course. That's a single player game, and you'll be so frustrated, but at the same time, it's so simple, so it makes you want to do it again.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's super hard. So there's Bloom Trip Breeze. There's so many games that you can play single player. There's Captain Falcon's Twister Race based on F-Zero. There's there's a ton of games you can play. They have games based on all Nintendo. Animal Crossing. There's a Zelda game that you play by yourself. You can play as the Archer with the gamepad, or you can play as you can plug in your Wiimote and play as the sword.
Oh, okay.
So there's.
I was wondering how the online multiplayer.
Yeah, we can talk about the online and the multiplayer for games. From what I've seen from Miiverse, people think it's on par with any other system. People are saying Call of Duty is fine. People are saying I'm actually getting Assassin's Creed 3 in the mail pretty soon here, so I'll have a report on Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U.
Nice.
But from what I went into, I've hopped into the Miiverse. This is the cool thing about Miiverse. I've hopped in and actually not see what stupid reviewers are saying about the game. See what gamers are saying about the game.
People that actually play
exactly the people that don't have biases going in. I'm seeing what the gamers say.